workers unionizing their services.
They say that you don't love me, I'm guessing I'ma be okay. You say that you don't feel me now, I feel like I'ma live somehow. Your love never meant much to me. Love never meant much to me.
Next to hit is Justin Turner, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. First pitch of the AB on its way. Hit back toward the mound. Fielded cleanly to second for 1, but they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first. So next to bat will be Nick Dunn. An error allowed him to reach base in his last appearance. 1 ball, no strikes the count. The 1-0 home. Hit sharply on the ground. And there's his first base hit in this one. Long throw to third. Oh, and it's off target, and he'll be safe at third.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
And he'll step off. Stepping in now, Connor Capel, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third. A little bouncer.
64.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. 9th inning coming up. The Sounds lead it 5-2. Eric Lauer takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season, but it certainly won't be his last.
5-2 the final score tonight. The Sound wrote an important...
No sé cuál me voy, el perro, el Porsche, la C3 o el Rolls Royce. El bote parqueado en San Croix, viviendo la vida como si se va a acabar hoy. Yo, tranquilo en la mía es que estoy. El Richard Zafiro, Dios me los bendiga, mis hijos no nacerá otro como Floyd. Las baby le llegan, los míos al día no le falta nada. Las guaguas son negras, están todas blindadas. Blue ronca allá afuera, aquí tú no eres nada. Porque mi tiempo me vale dinero, no te asustes si te enseño todos los ceros. La vida me bendijo porque me mero, soy mi jefe, so hago lo que yo quiero. Aquí arriba no llegan, tú sabes que aquí es real. Me venga a afrontar, preguntarle al banquero, son 3 melones semanal. No existe quien me va a parar, se juntaron todos para quererme frenar. Saludo en la federal y en la estatal, cambié todas las válvulas ya que pueden barbulear. Yo sé que no va a cambiar, los que se viraron que le vaya mal. Y si me tiran sabes que voy a pichar. Los palos son legales, las cortas están digitales. Los roles, los out de mal, la caja nunca para eso no. Y las baby le llegan, los míos al día no le falta nada. Las guaguas son negras, están todas blindadas. Tu ronca allá afuera, aquí tú no eres nada. Aquí arriba no llegan, tú sabes que aquí es real. Mere, no me venga a afrontar, preguntarle al banquero, son 3 melones semanal. Que manden, bajen PR, a la fama no se me aferren. No soy de la calle, pero me pegué y no hay quien los desentierre. Mi nieto ya tiene Mercedes, aunque mi hijo solo 6 años ya tiene. Lo único seguro aquí es la muerte, pero para estar claro les deje 50 en bienes. ¿Quién te dijo que tú eres más que yo? Estás frustrado, recuerda salieron de mí, pues si no le han informado. He visto que se han virado, pensaron que al negro lo habían frenado. 300 canciones dejé en la compu pa' que en el 3000 yo soy el más pegado. Yo voy muy zafado, y ustedes lo saben. Pala, soy el negro del jarabe. Una italiana, un árabe. Me voy que tengo show mañana, ya la plata no cabe.
At the AAA level, a lot of your teammates are guys who have been to the show already, and they can impart a lot of wisdom that can be really useful to a young player. I gotta think you need to pay attention.
Oh, yeah, it happened all the time. I mean, I remember playing.
Dímelo, Rebol. Ustedes saben ya, ustedes saben ya.
David Sharp will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign. Josh Reddick is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th.
Hey, all right, here we go now.
Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. Next up, Justin Dean. 3 at-bats for him in this one, all ending with him going down on strikes. A bare hand for 1 on to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now. And he fouls this one off. Now a wave and a miss. Looked like the slider there.
Someone on this offense needs to take it upon themselves to have a quality AB and start the line moving again.
Another 0-2 coming. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Nothing doing here this half. Comes out of the bullpen to shut.
Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
This evening's game finishes 2-0 the final score. The Sound rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Seth Corey takes the win on the mound, his 2nd of the year.
1 error. They left 5 men on base.
David Sharp is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th to the season here. At the plate now is Brian Torres. And this tie ball game is a battle of the bullpens now, and knowing that, Dan.
Bullpens are such a big part of baseball now, Matt. All these teams have such good 7th, 8th, and 9th inning guys. It all boils down to whose bullpen is better.
Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Get it ready, big boy. This guy's throwing 3 digits right here. The best way I can help the fans is 90 to 92, you can usually see seams. 92 to 95, it starts to really quicken up on you. Over 3 digits, you're seeing a white blur.
Fouled off. 1 out, nobody. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind.
All right, come on now.
0-2 count, and the pitch. And he strikes him out as well. So 2 punch-outs to begin the outing out of the pen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Justin Dean is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. This is foul right side. 2 out, nobody on. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
I can't imagine in a hitter's meeting today that's the pitch they want to attack. Plus velocity, up and in. It's going to be too tough to get the barrel to that pitch today.
Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off a good changeup. Into the windup. The 2-2 pitch. And a great inning here as he gets another punch out and strikes out the side in order. Rodriguez will come on to pinch hit here in a big.
You're gonna be happy. Keep working today. That smile will come one day. Don't worry. You're gonna be happy. Keep fighting today. That smile will come one day. Muffins come for free. When you get it free, you will lose it freely. So you better know, work hard is the best way. Muffins come for free. When you get it free, you will lose it freely. So you better know, work hard is the best way. Let's jump up, come from fight, and go through your darkness. You will find your light.
The player receives input from a coach.
In number 30. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat.
No, you're only down 1 right here, but the exploding stuff that's coming out of the back end of a lot of teams' bullpens. I mean, just north of 95 plus. Stuff diving all over the plate. It's gotten a lot tougher to scratch across runs against these teams' bullpens.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
Hit to first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. And now Ernie Clement. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Grounded down the third baseline. Reined in. And there's out number 2. Next to stand in is Williams Astudillo. Flew out last time up. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. The next 1-2 pitch. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. Joel Caesar comes on from the pen.
Well, that's not exactly how you draw it up. He gave up a long ball to make it interesting, but it was the only run he gave up, and he hangs on to collect the save.
This evening's game comes to an end, 5-4 the final tally. The Clippers used a 3-run ninth to help propel them to the win. Trevor Stephan gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. Brad Peacock hammers.
Make you move like a mambo. Spank a hater like a bongo. They be sleeping mano. Girl sweet like a mango. Gets a taste to the tango. Strum like a banjo. Then hit the sign in our sandals. Flow hot like a condo. Ain't no place that I can't go. On a mission like Rambo. Self-portrait like Van Gogh. My whole team really on deck. Chuck Norris about to bow flex. Nike floating about to get checks. Pump it up about to get pegs. G's worth looking name Shrek. With the money, with the power, respect on deck. Like a Porsche, move fast like a Porsche. How the beat like a horse, the flames like a torch. Now I'm riding up to 2. You would think I'm in the 6. Born Jan 26, 36, but I never the brick. When I shoot, I never break. When I shoot it, swish.
One of my favorite young prospects has just been moved to a new franchise, a new organization in a trade. Carlos Pena, you dealt with this in your career. What was it like for you the first couple times that you got traded?
Oh, yes, I got traded twice in my early career when I was a prospect, and even when I broke into the major leagues early on. It is difficult. I mean, you are the new kid in school. That's the type of feel. You're trying to make sure you get to know these players, this new environment, the coaches, and they expect things out of you because they understand that they traded for you. So there's extra pressure as well. You want to impress immediately. So very easy to let things spiral out.
A pitching coach checks in with a member of his staff.
Guys, you've heard me talk before about what a bright future this young player has. He's opening some eyes, he's getting some national attention, and somebody who knows a little about that is Cliff Floyd, once the minor league player of the year. Cliff, how do you deal with this level of attention as a young kid?
You welcome it. You play the game for that reason. You want to be recognized in a really good light. You put in hard work to be recognized.
This minor league team is reminded that the eyes of the organization are keeping tabs on them.
His rise just keeps on going. He's made a name for himself as a pitching prospect, and he is flashing some serious star potential. Al Leiter joins me. Al, where do you come down on his future?
I like him a lot. I think looking at what he's done so far, how do you not like somebody with the stuff that he possesses? So I think it's pretty easy to really dream on a guy like this. You know, he checks every box. I think when you look at him, you say, okay, that's what a big leaguer looks like. I think it's really, again, you know, not to be a broken record, but it's a matter of consistency. It's how he handles when he, not if, when he does have a bad game, how he bounces back. But when you go across the board with his presence, his poise, how he stands on the mound, I like his delivery. You know, there's so many things to like that's really a complete package.
One shot is never enough. I just wait for this to go into circles. And the distance from my room is anything so necessary. I was thinking
Receives input from a coach.
that you said last night. So boring.
As he bears down on the major leagues, it's becoming more and more clear that he could be a major star as a two-way player. Jonathan Mayo of MLB Pipeline is with me. And Jonathan, when he was drafted, there was a lot of talk that he was picked too high. It's looking like he was maybe undervalued at this point.
I think you really can evaluate a draft and whether a guy was too high or too low until he gets to the ultimate level, up to the big leagues and succeeds there. So let's wait and see before we give an A scouting grade to the organization for drafting him early. So far, the returns are really, really good. You know, they were the organization that were the highest.
A manager addresses his team about their recent slump.
Well, it hasn't been all roses for him lately. He's been scuffling a little bit, and sometimes that light at the end of the tunnel can seem pretty darn dim. Jim Callis of MLB Pipeline. Jim, there are so many players who struggle at times on their way to the majors. How do they move past it to success?
You just have to be mentally tough. It's easier said than done, because a lot of times when you have...
This is a pitching prospect whose start is definitely on the rise. You can bet the organization is taking note of all his good outings lately. Jenny Finch is with us. Jenny, what's your read on this guy?
He's bringing it, and he's feeling it. He's feeling in the zone.
A player receives input from a coach.
It's tempting with any exciting young pitching prospect to start dreaming on his major league future, comparing him to established stars and aces at the major league level. We shouldn't do it, but we do because it's fun. You know, Sean Casey's with me right now. Case, you're seeing this guy pitch. He is absolutely dazzling. What's his world like right now?
The pitching staff is pressed to step up their game.
Time to shine a spotlight on a prospect with some helium, starting to get some major buzz around his future. Al Leiter joins me. And Al, are you ready to say he's going to be a success at the big league level or not?
Could be. I mean, look, there's a reason why people are talking about it. The talent is there. I mean, it oozes all over the place. You see the athleticism. You know what they're capable of with respect to what scouts like. And it's usually like the package. You know, does he have the it factor? And I think that's what we see. But I think you have to be careful, and you have to...
After a blown save, this reliever gets a pick-me-up from his pitching coach.
Well, as prospects make their way up the minor league ranks, there are a lot of challenges they have to deal with, and not all of them are on the field. I've got Jonathan Mayo of MLB Pipeline with me today. And Jonathan, a lot of the toughest obstacles are the mental ones.
Without question, there's so much that goes into being a minor leaguer. You know, first and foremost,
well, as prospects make their way up the minor league ranks, there are a lot of obstacles they have to deal with, and not all of them are on the field. Jim Callis of MLB Pipeline joins me today, and Jim, a lot of those challenges are the mental ones.
No, definitely. I mean, look, I mean, the minor leagues can be somewhat of a lonely life, even though you're on a team. Everybody wants to get to the big leagues, so even though you're teammates, you're in a way competing against your...
Well, I'm getting increasingly impatient about this player's status. He hasn't been called up yet. I think he's ready. I can't wait to see what he does when he gets there. Let's talk about what he has to look forward to. Sean Casey's with it. Case, walk us through what it was like for you that first game in the major leagues. What was it like for you?
oh my God.
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. In the minor leagues, a lost season is never fully lost because any situation can be a teaching opportunity.
When things aren't going well on the mound, how do you work through that? What are the technical aspects that you have to get right?
You know, getting ahead is everything because that puts the percentages in your favor. So you want to get ahead, you want to throw strikes, you want to be able to mess with those hitters. And sometimes you have to go back to the pen and, you know, create a new pitch or hit a different zone or try something else. I know I was known for a rise ball pitcher for a long time. And then it's like, wait a minute, you know, full count, they're expecting that rise ball. So I
For example, I'm an inspiration of a whole generation. And unless you got 10 sticky fingers, it's the imitation of figment of your imagination. But wait, it gets worse. I'm not watered down, so I'm dying of thirst. Coming through
With the arrival of another spring, teams gather to gear up for a brand new season campaign. A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. This minor league team is reminded that the eyes of the organization are keeping tabs on them. The client currently in the minors.
Soda pop, sing songs of optimism. 1972, caught the rhythm of a heartbeat. Lost the change in a car seat, aiming at the mirror, but still blames the party. As if everybody's listening wrong. It's the vision I've drawn of this impossible mission I'm on. I ain't like the rest of the scene. I'm not swimming in a stream of synthetic dreams. No, I work hard, keep everything clean, cause the new still stings when the pendulum swings. Yes.
A coach offers guidance to a developing player.
I do it to my death, I'll never let go. A student of the revolution, we put the salute in the solution.
It starts with me, I must admit. But still I can't quit. You spend my time complaining to no benefit, but nah, making a contribution, so that makes me the solution. It starts with me, I must admit. But still I can't quit. You spend my time complaining to no benefit, but nah, making a contribution, so that makes me the
This minor league team is reminded that the eyes of the organization are keeping tabs on them.
It became easy to see. I'm the one gotta put my life the way I'm supposed to be. And it might seem kinda cliche, but hey, truth be that way. Those that don't know need to hear, so those that do know me just say. You can quote them slogans over and over till you coasting through life until you slam into that wall, then bang, then it click. That truth is an upper lip, chilling right there under your nose until one day you come to grips. As long as the world
is confronted with a less than stellar staff.
to see, and who got to solve it? Me. Brother, I starts with me, I must admit.